Obviously I thought we did a lot of really, really good things. Defensively, we held with 35% in both halves. I was excited to see us have the defensive impact in both halves consistently throughout the course of the 40 minutes. I thought our guys did a really good job of executing our defensive game plan as a group for the most part. They threw in and made some threes. A couple of them were there late. So we'll take a look at that. But, I thought we played certainly the game plan very, very well defensively both halves. I thought we shared the ball. I thought our communication was good. Thought we were really linked up. If you had to be certainly, overly critical or looking for areas of improvement, the guys will tell you they're not, excited about 16 turnovers. That's a season high for us. We were a little sloppy with some of our passing, especially early. But to have 10 in the second half, that's not us. So we'll get that cleaned up. And then I didn't think the group that finished the game there the last 2 minutes was very good. We like to finish things better than that. But other than those two things, I thought we did a lot of really good things throughout the game in the midst of, coming off the, we were disappointed on Saturday. Thought we could have got that one and then come back home and you got final exams that started late last week, although most of our guys were done with those, bulk of them last week, but some had a few this week. We've got a few guys that have one tomorrow. These two up here happen to be done with their finals, and so we'll get we'll get a chance tomorrow and Friday then to prepare for one of college basketball's greatest rivalry games. Our guys will look forward to that opportunity in St. Louis on Saturday. Questions for Ray and Ahmad?
It's a great game. It's one of the biggest rivalries. We're just glad to participate in it.
What's it like for a team to play in the middle of finals? What kind of challenge is that for you guys?
You have a lot of distractions throughout the week. Guys are studying hard all week. You got tests, papers, other assignments. And it's you just have to try to lock in. And when you're on the floor, you got to think about what's going on. Our assignments on the floor for what Coach has for us, but then when you're off the court, you got a lot of stuff going on. So it just creates a little bit of adversity, but you just got to fight through that and be prepared.
I think they mixed it up with you guys a little bit this week. Coaches did with the scouting report, have you guys do some stuff on your own. What was that like for you guys, and how did that translate to the game today?
We had some personnel clips and things to read on our iPads, and I think it went pretty well, guys. Still have stuff to study for, but Coach gave us a little extra, test our brains out. But I think we did pretty well. Guys came to practice with knowledge about all the players. They played a lot of guys, and I feel like we did a good job preparing for it.
For both players, after two losses, did you kind of feel like you needed to wipe the slate clean again, and did this game kind of do that for you?
We take one game at a time, and we just prepare for every team that we got next on our schedule. So
that's 1 week of basketball.
Ray talked about the game on Saturday, the Missouri game. You haven't had a chance to play in that yet. Do you know much about that? Did you go to the game last year? What do you know about that, right?
I've watched the game the last 2 years, and you can tell the atmosphere just from the television. And they say last year it was like 20-something thousand fans, and the guys talk about all the time how crazy it is. How crazy the game is, the atmosphere. Coach just said it's going to be a battle. So I'm looking forward to it as well as the rest of the guys. And like you said, it's going to be a war, and we got to be ready to fight.
Ray, how important is it to you to finish one of those games? This team's had a little trouble finishing these games. To do that against Missouri, to be in that position and to come through.
we just got to play the whole 40 minutes. Not like 32 like Coach said last time. Just finish those 8 minutes and just dig deep, like you said.
As a point guard, what have you seen with Jalen? He seems more attacking the basket a little bit. Just as a point guard, how would you break down his development so far?
He's getting better, as the season goes on, just like you want everybody to do. Jason, that's a part of what he does. He's real fast, gets ahead of steam in full court, and he's able to attack the basket, draw some fouls. He's obviously a good passer, so he makes plays for other people. And then tonight he was able to get fouled and, hit some free throws himself. So it's great to have him do that, and we're going to need more of that from him.
Well, how important is it for you guys to get to the free throw line? Something you did very well tonight.
That's one of the game changes Coach talks about. So getting to the free throw line, we want to get to the paint, get in the box, and we shot about, 20-something?
26.
26 free throws. So we definitely want to continue to do that, get there as much as we can. There's more opportunities for us. Let's go to basketball.
Ray, you've been on the floor with Kendrick for 2 seasons now, or 1+, but how much do you think it affects how he plays, whether he starts or not? Like to see him.
No, I mean, he's just a great player all around. I mean, I don't really think it depends if he starts or not, but I mean, a little more energy probably in this starting lineup.
You guys for these two?
Good job, fellas. See you guys tomorrow, okay? So, if your parents are here, make them pay, okay? Go ahead.
We're trying to get these guys a little bit more engaged in the preparation for the game.
Yeah, just a little. I'll be honest with you. The reason I did it was to take more off their plate so they could watch it on their own time, give it to them early with final exam week. You know, we went really short yesterday, maybe the shortest practice we've had all year. And to keep them fresh mentally, keep them fresh physically, our number one priority is to put them in position to be successful, not only as players, but academically. And this was a big week. So, you know, we knew which days we needed to do what. And, you know, Jessica has, Gorky, our academic advisor, has it all organized and mapped out, and when she'd like for us to practice and when she needs guys over there, and they've followed through on their responsibilities and have done very well. Tomorrow's our last day, and, you know, we're excited to kind of finish that up and then turn the page on the fall semester.
John, it seems like, you know, Jalen obviously is attacking the basket a little bit more. Was that a focus for you guys, or is that something he's just figured out?
Well, we want to do that more as a team, like Ahmad said, and Jalen has a gift. Obviously, he is fast and quick and has good speed. Thought tonight he made good decisions. I know the stat sheet may not indicate that with, you know, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. I thought 2 of them were sloppy. I thought one just was kind of some bad luck, and I thought the other one, in my opinion, was not a travel. I'll have to look at it on film. I thought it was a Euro step, a Ginobili move, and, you know, for whatever reason, but maybe he did. I'll take a look at it. So, you know, I thought he had a great pulse of the game at both ends of the floor. I thought he really contributed at both ends tonight.
What's that add that he's got some kind of scoring threat?
Well, I think he's always had that. I just think tonight he scored, obviously, because he got to the free throw line. You know, I think he put pressure on him and got to the paint and made good decisions. I think what's really helped him, Jeremy, in that department is he can seek more contact this year because he's physically stronger. You know, last year he was a little bit light, you know, a tad. You know, so he just, you know, I think that's really, really helped his game.
On that general topic, what are you seeing from your players who really changed their bodies in the offseason?
Well, those guys laugh because we'll show clips. You know, like last week we showed clips from last year's Oregon game leading into this year's Oregon game, and you could hardly. The guys in their locker room were laughing because they could hardly recognize Nunn and Tate and Hill, and you know they look like skinny freshmen. You know, so they've changed their bodies a great deal. You know, obviously what Ray Rice has done is ridiculous with his body. You know, to go from 268 pounds and 14 to 15% body fat and to be where he's at today in about 2 to 3 years is, you know, amazing. And Nana the same way. You know, you don't see very many guys 6'11", 250 some pounds with those long arms like that bench press 300 pounds. It's pretty rare. Normally those guys have short arms like me.
What's Kendrick capable of coming off a game like this? Can this be the norm at some point this season?
Well, he's very capable offensively, Steve. Obviously, everyone's asked me about him and Malcolm, both offensively. I think those guys have been terrific. You know, Malcolm just didn't have as many opportunities tonight. That's the way it goes when you have a team that has multiple scorers, multiple players in depth. Kendrick was on one tonight offensively. You know, what we've been wanting to get more out of those two guys is more excellence on the defensive end, and I think those two are really locked in right now. They went through some hiccups here in some of these games defensively, and it's kind of got their attention. So I thought their focus and concentration was a little bit better tonight. You know, I know Ken was a little bit disappointed that he got beat on dribble penetration a couple times tonight, so we'll take a look at that.
Do you feel like it affects his confidence or whatever when he's starting versus not?
He's very much a guy that, like, you know, I tell him all the time I need him to be a high-volume communicator, Shannon. And he just he has that Robert Parrish type deal going where it's just like he's unflappable. I mean, he's been in so many big games in his career, and so many big moments and big stages, and he's come off the bench for, I don't know, 2 years at his high school. Most guys of his talent level wouldn't do that. He came off the bench for USA basketball both times when they won the gold medal. He started his last 2 years of high school. I mean, I think he's very adaptable, maybe as adaptable mentally and physically with that as about anybody I've coached because of his past experiences. You know, he's played well offensively all year, just continuing to get him, in the right place, in the right frame of mind, and executing what we need done defensively.
And through these Missouri games now, is there anything you can put into words to describe what that's like?
A heavyweight boxing match. I mean, I said that last year. I mean, that's what it is. You can throw the records out the window. It reminds me of, I had an opportunity to be involved in the Xavier-Cincinnati deal, and those were on the campuses at the time that I was there. This one's a little bit different. It's a neutral court, split down the middle, more people. It has a tournament feel to it a little bit. But, I think it's one, I've always said, even through 2+ years now, I think it's one of the most difficult games to coach in because guys, want to win the game so bad on both sides that I think sometimes you play out of character a little bit and you get that misplaced emotion deal getting you to play out of character sometimes. So trying to stay within that character, but at the same time, being amped up enough and energized enough and playing angry enough that you're ready to go, you're ready to be physical, be aggressive. That game is always very physical. The intensity level of that game is, at another level.
Coach, as much time as Kindred missed this summer, is it fair to say it takes 8, 9, 10 games to get comfortable back and be as assertive as he is now?
No, I think he's been pretty assertive, to be honest, on the offensive end. I know I sound like a broken record, but I think it's just the way he plays. He's very aggressive. Tonight he took advantage of those opportunities. I think at the defensive end, all of us, our team took a step in the right direction tonight with the field goal D in both halves being the same. That was great. I thought we were really good down the stretch defensively until that last couple minutes. And, but he's always aggressive. That's just kind of who he is. He likes to swing. Yeah, the little odd lefties. Yeah. We're still not there yet. I told him afterwards, we got a high ceiling. I really believe that, and still have a long way to go. Still have to get everybody playing their role at an NBA All-Star level. I don't think we have that yet. So we're still working on that. Our defense needs to be more consistent throughout the 40 minutes. Ray mentioned playing 40 minutes instead of 32, or, so we're doing some work there. I think our ball movement and ball energy still not quite there yet, but it's getting closer. I thought it was the best it was all year was Saturday in the United Center. I thought the ball was moving, That's what I said after the game. I don't know if I've ever coached a game where you shoot 36% but have 17 assists. I mean, that's unheard of. Usually 17 assists, you're shooting a pretty high percentage. So I think we're getting better with that. Today was a good sign. We were able to get to the foul line as well to add that to our offensive as a weapon. So we're just going to keep, growing and improving. As long as they have that growth mindset, I think, we'll be a team that continues to improve.